Charlotte awoke to a gray and drizzly morning. She stretched her legs until her toes poked up on the other side of the thick comforter. The red numbers on the alarm clock read 8:42. It was time for coffee, and it was time for another day in this era, which she had decided to call the rest of her life. Fun. Standing at the kitchen counter, Charlotte brewed a large pot of coffee and checked her email. Since it was early November, the majority of her current work was for next spring, summer, and early fall, wedding season on Marthas Vineyard. As an event and wedding coordinator, November meant time to think, to breathe. Since Jason's death, she hadn't been particularly into the whole time to think thing. If anything, she needed more to fill her mind with. Dwelling on the past, according to grief books she'd read, wasn't doing her any favors, but that's what her brain gave her. Images of Jason as that handsome 17-year-old. Jason, age 21, getting down on one knee to ask her to marry him. Jason, carrying baby Rachel around the house, rocking her to sleep. Jason, age 40, wearing his finest suit, lying back in the coffin. No. Rachel walked into the kitchen area, Charlotte saving grace from her darker thoughts. She yawned into the words, "Good morning," then reached for a banana in the fruit bowl. "How did you sleep?" "Not bad," Charlotte lied. In truth, she couldn't remember the last time she had slept like a normal person. "Do you have anything going on today?" "Just a little bit of homework, I guess," Rachel said. "Oh, and Abby and Gail asked if they could come over, and I kind of said yes." "What time?" At that moment, knocks rang out from the front door. Charlotte grumbled and walked through the kitchen toward the foyer. On the route, she spotted no fewer than 3 photographs of Jason through the years. The photos taunted her, but she couldn't bring herself to take them down. She wanted him there as much as he could be there. When Charlotte opened the door that drizzly morning, she found her dear 15-year-old nieces, Abby and Gail, along with their mother, Claire, Charlotte's younger sister. Claire lifted a gorgeous bouquet skyward and said, "Do you have any coffee? I'm dying." "All right. Everyone come in," Charlotte said, heaving a sigh and moving aside to allow them to walk in. The girls scampered in and hugged Rachel, then collapsed at the kitchen table and began the first of what would surely be a number of hours of gossip. Charlotte leaned forward, hugging Claire.